Head to T-Mobile.com and get the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on them. Now drop that jingle.
24-month bill credits eligible trade-in on Go 5G Next. Well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits, and credit stop and balance on required finance agreement too. Bill credits end if you pay off the device early. See how you can save versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
And we're back on the pregame show with Bulldogs head coach Mark Few. And Mark, you don't want to make overstatements necessarily after one game, but what a one game that was. Phenomenal atmosphere and just a wonderful effort against Baylor the other night to open the season.
Yeah, it really was. The guys obviously gave great effort. They stepped up confidently, shot their shots, they shared the ball. And then we just had a physical toughness about them, or about us, that carried over offensively, carried over defensively, carried over on the glass. And I never would have guessed that we would have put it on a squad like that. And then, you watching Baylor last night, and they take Arkansas down, who had just beat Kansas a week earlier. So, that's college basketball early, and feel good about that one. But now here we got another sneaky one, a tough one coming this afternoon.
Hey, Coach, talk about knocking down shots. I mean, Nolan's really been shooting it well, and I thought Dusty, too. Just huge for him coming out this year to have a couple open ones and see those go in. But you had a couple guys that knocked down some shots.
Yeah, no, it was huge for Dusty. He hadn't been shooting it great in practice, or maybe even in some of our exhibitions. But for him to come out confidently and hit those threes early, I think really got us going. But the best thing was he was aggressive in all phases of his game. He was making plays on defense. He went and high-pointed some rebounds, which is really what we need out of that kind of bigger wing spot.
And Coach, you talked about this Arizona State team coming in really interesting. I mean, Bobby Hurley is kind of this day and age, right? I mean, people can go and figure out and try to revamp this thing. I mean, he found 3 transfers, I think, that led their teams in scoring last year, brings in a top 5 of recruiting class. You talked about it. Maybe people don't know Arizona State, but there's some dangerous talent there.
There is, and I think that's the world we're living in right now. You can flip your roster really, really quick. And you go out and you get 50-year guys that have had great success, that play with confidence and aren't afraid. I think what you're going to see is a combination of maybe what we faced against SC with really, really good pressure defense, but then also the athleticism of that we faced with Baylor, especially those guys inside. So really played well against Santa Clara the other night, who I think is a really, really good team, and just kind of manhandled them. So this is going to be a good challenge.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Quick break. Back right after this. You listen to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Papa Murphy's $7.99 everyday value lineup is, well, a pretty big deal for a pretty small price. We're talking big savings and big flavors, like the new bold shredded pepperoni pizza, savory crumbled sausage pizza, or classic cheese pizza, all for the small price of $7.99 each. So head to Papa Murphy's, because with freshly made large pizzas at this small price, you can afford to take and bake big-time deliciousness all day, every day. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Whether you root for the Zags or the Cougs, now's your chance to play for your favorite team. It's the Winning Colors Challenge at Northern Quest. Simply pick up your special Gonzaga or WSU Camas Rewards card now through November 30th and play as usual. Whichever fan base earns the most Camas points wins $10,000 for their program. Become a card-carrying Zags or Cougs fan during the Winning Colors Challenge only at Northern Quest.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people, for charting your own path. for choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else, because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU, power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join, federally insured by NCUA.
Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Services is proud to sponsor Gonzaga Athletics. When it comes to your home or business, you deserve fast, reliable service, and that's exactly what you'll get. Our team is committed to delivering 5-star service with upfront pricing and free quotes on every job, so there's no surprises. Got a plumbing emergency? Don't wait. Call Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today at 509-954-5273 or visit ShawPlumbingServices.com. We're the Zags' trusted team for reliable service every time.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network, tip-off is just moments away. Now let's go courtside. Alongside Adam Morrison, here's the voice of the Zags, Tom Hudson.
The Gonzaga Bulldogs looking for yet another home opening victory here as Arizona State visits in the Bulldogs' first official home game here at the McCarthy Athletic Center. The Zags have won every one of their home openers since 1989. We're going to take a quick break here at the Kettle. When we come back, it's almost time for basketball. Our starting lineups, most keys to the game, our opening tip coming your way next. You're listening to the Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
Hello, and thank you for calling the Arby's Turkey Cooking Support Line. Please immediately hang up your phone, get in your car, and go to Arby's. Then you can either go inside or even just stay in your car. Order a deep-fried turkey sandwich. Good job! Thank you for calling the Arby's Turkey Cooking Support Line. Goodbye.
Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join, federally insured by NCUA.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you'll get to delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at both Cal locations.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2024 to March 2025. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneAirports.net.
Quick look at our starters for this afternoon's game. Alston Mason will start in the backcourt alongside Adam Miller for Arizona State. Rashir Jihad, Jason Sannon, and Jaden Quaintance will also start for the Bulldogs. Nemhard, Hickman, Ike, Battle, and Greg Moe. Keys to the game.
Always play with pace. We play our best when we play fast. Second, establish inside, get Graham Ike going. Third, guard the three-point line. 15 three-point makes for Arizona State versus Santa Clara.
Well, we rushed to get to it. Now they're going to stall
I
us.
love it. Now I can't stumble. Like, normally I get sweating and like, oh, shoot, I got to do keys to the game.
Bulldogs wearing their home white uniforms with Zags written in white across their chest. The alternate home whites for the Bulldogs here. Their names in blue across the backs of uniforms. Arizona State, their alternate black uniforms with the orange and maroon trim. Arizona State written in block letters across their chests. Their names on the backs of the uniforms. Brett Smith, Keith Kimball, Lee Cassell, the officials for this afternoon's game here at the Kennel. Opening tip. Graham Ike knocks it into the backcourt and out of bounds. It will be Arizona State basketball on the sideline right here in front of us at the scorer's table. Arizona State coming off a 7-point win over Santa Clara. And the Bulldogs, of course, that 38-point victory over 8th-ranked Baylor on Monday night. The shot clock had moved to seconds, so they're going to reset it back to 20. And now Arizona State will inbound again. Into the front court, it's Mason with it. Gives it up. Left side, Jihad. Right side for Mason again. Gives it up top of the key. Lefty three for Miller. Rims out. Miller played at Illinois when Stephen Gentry, the Bulldogs assistant, was there as a freshman. Started on that team at his third school now, playing here for Bobby Hurley's Sun Devils. Hickman out top, dribbles between his legs, step back three, no good. Rebound is going to be secured by Jihad, who quickly gets it away to Miller. Miller in the front court with a right-handed dribble, picks it up, left side pass. Jihad's going to fire a three. That one is way off the mark. Rebound caroms into the hands of Graham Ike. Quickly to Battle, who's up the right side. Battle hit 4 threes in the one over Baylor on Monday night. Gives it up to Nemhard. Nemhard refuses the screen of Ike. Now passes back to Graham, top of the key. Graham dribbling in the wing. Now going to work on the freshman. Quintons, here's a behind-the-back wraparound pass for Ben Gregg. Gregg lost the handle, and as he's trying to save it, falls out of bounds and gives it away to Sannon. Sannon, the second highest recruit in the history of Arizona State. Reclassified. He'd actually committed to Arizona when Caleb Love decided to rejoin the Wildcats for an extra year. Sannon immediately joined the Sun Devils. Quintons dribbling to his left. The very talented freshman, McDonald's All-American, scores it over Ike for the first bucket of the game.
Strong bucket for him. That was a planned isolation at the elbow. Goes left. Little kiss off the glass. Good move.
Nemhard dribbling to his left. 11 assists, just 2 turnovers in the win on Monday over Baylor. Hickman has it now. Looks to Ike on a little pick and roll. Graham is fouled. Stripped. Goes up for it. Bobby Hurley in his 10th year of leading Arizona State. 12 years a head coach is already in the officials' ear. He is feisty. Mo talked about in the pregame that basketball royalty. Bobby obviously played at Duke, had amazing success there. Ike's first free throw off the mark. And obviously his brother Dan has been pretty good at Connecticut, back-to-back national championships. Their dad, Dan Sr., longtime high school coach in New Jersey, Hall of Famer. Ike hits 1 out of 2, and the Bulldogs are on the board. 2-1 Sun Devils lead it early. Little pressure from Bulldogs in the backcourt. Mason flips it over to Miller, who's across half court with left-handed dribble. Hickman poked it away. Miller got it back and gives it away to Mason. Mason started at Oklahoma State, then went to Missouri State, where he averaged 17.5 points a game last year. One of 3 transfers for the Sun Devils, who led their team in scoring last season. Three-pointer off the mark. Another rebound for the Bulldogs. It's Nemhard up the left side with it. Ike calls for it, gets it to him. Going to work on Jihad. Spins to the baseline. A little bit of contact. No whistle. Shot comes up short, and Jihad comes away with a rebound. Jihad, big, strong kid. Gives it away to Miller. Now to Mason. Mason gives it up right side to Miller in front of the GU bench. 2-1, Arizona State leads. Slow scoring game, 2.5 minutes in. Dribbling to the left side of the floor, Mason. Keeps it alive. Now between the circles. Left sideline pass, quick three on the way, and that one is good for Sandin. 5-1 Sun Devils on top. There's Greg out top, flips it over the top, looking for Ike, and it's out of bounds. Boy, I thought Jihad had a good armful of
Ike on that high-low situation, trying to get that lob pass.
Mason will walk it across half court where he's met by Nemhard. Early 5-1 lead for the Sun Devils. Quaintons had it briefly, gives it up to Jihad. Hand back to Mason, driving right side, keeps it alive as he retreats the dribble. Quaintons fakes the three, drives, and scores on Ike. 7-1, Sun Devils on top. Here's Ike the other way, beats everybody down the floor, and cuts the lead to 7-3.
Great throw ahead by Nemhard. That was a 60-foot pass right on the money.
Nemhard comes up and pressures Mason. Transfer bounces it to Miller. Miller started at LSU, played at Illinois as well. One of their two returning players from last season who played significant minutes. Quaintons is fouled by Ike, according to the officials. He shot the fadeaway jump shot from the right wing. Coach Few asked what was it. He said he hit his elbow. Coach Few shaking his head in disagreement.
Graham got hit on the baseline a couple plays earlier, so I think that's what he was trying to discuss. His Quaintons makes the first.
Ike will check out. Braden Huff in for him. Jihad heads to the bench. Freeman checks in, and now Mike Ajayi will replace Ben Gregg. Official wanted to make sure he got all the way to the scores.
I hear you, though. It's if you allow it once, then everybody starts doing it. But it's the AU check-in.
I'm in. Quaintons going to shoot and miss that free throw. He goes 1 for 2. 8-3 is the score. Quaintons, a nice start here. Top 10 recruit in the country. Hickman has it, looks to Huff. Huff going to work on the big man, spins the baseline. The lefty hook is up and in. Huff onto the floor and into the scorebook. Quick bucket, cuts the lead to 3.
Yeah, design isolation right away. Great play by Braden Huff.
Mason into the front court for Quaintons. Going to work on Huff, spins into the paint, shot up over Braden. Nice challenge. It's off the mark. Rebound goes to Hickman. Nolan with his head up across half court with the dribble. Huff calls for it. He's got it to him for three-point line. Back out to Hickman. That's a screen for Nolan, who dribbles to the baseline, and it's poked away. And to the front court, it's Miller with it. Lefty pulls up, comes up short as Huff challenges. Quickly gets it away to Nemhard. Bounce for Hickman to the front court. Mason to beat. He drives off the glass and in. Hickman with the bucket. Bulldogs picking up a little momentum here. It's 8-7 Arizona State.
Great finish by Hickman out using the soft floater.
Mason dribbling to his right, pass back left. Quaintons had it briefly. Gives it up in the corner for a three. Off the mark for Miller. Here comes Battle. Zags guard with his first rebound of the game. Little crossover dribble going to work, and here is a whistle on a foul. It's going to go against Sannon. A little hand check on the freshman for the Sun Devils. First official timeout in Spokane. 14:51 to play first half. Sun Devils out to a quick start. Zags cutting into the lead. It's 8-7 Arizona State. Back after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at both Cal locations.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Arizona State with an early 8-7 lead over the Bulldogs. 14:51 to play in our game's first half here at the McCarthy Athletics Center. Well, this is Spokane, home of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. This busy city along the roaring Spokane River Gorge has it all. Culinary, beer, wine, entertainment, and outdoor adventure. Whether you already live in the area or you're looking for vacation, start planning adventures now. Go to visitspokane.com. Live like a Zag. Mo, early thoughts here. I think that 3 turnovers jumps out a little bit, but maybe 1 or 2 of those were questionable.
Yeah. Good start for us. I mean, weathered, those 3 turnovers, but got back into the game. Obviously, it's early 8-7, but that Quaintance kid for Arizona State looks the part, like you said. Fantastic body. He's got 5 quick early points. It's going to be a tough matchup for us.
Nemhard out top with the dribble. Gets a screen from Huff. Penetrates. Scoops it off the glass and in. And the Bulldogs have their first lead of the game. Nice little hesitation move for the Bulldogs senior guard. Mason into the front court with a left-handed dribble. Pressured by Nemhard. Gets a screen from Phillips Jr., who's checked in for the first time. Can't do anything with it. Dribbling now just inside a half court before he passes away to Amir Ali, the 3rd member of that freshman class. Ali, a top 50 recruit from last year's class. Battle checks out. Dusty Stromer checks into the game for the Bulldogs. And for the Bulldogs, it's Nemhard, Hickman, Stromer, Huff, and Ajayi. Quaintance inbounds in front of the Kettle Club, far side of the floor. Away to Mason, spins on Nemhard, gets all the way to the rim. Shot is nowhere close. Rebound went to Ajayi briefly. Jeez. And boy, Quaintance, I get he's a McDonald's All-American, but how about giving the 4-year seniors a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here, Mo? I mean, that's just flying in and knocking people over. And I love it. Coach Fuse talking to the officials like, I got it. It's like, well, if you had it, you would have made the call. Bodies everywhere. Arizona State gets the ball. Here's an inbound and a banker from the right side.
The bank is open on Sunday. Boom. Got it in.
Arizona State goes back on top. Boy, tough angle on that. There's Nemhard the other way for the Bulldogs. They trail it 11-9. Screen from Huff. Dribbles to the right wing. Pull up. Jumper. Rattles out. Phillips had the rebound knocked away by Ajayi. Ball still loose. Bodies everywhere. Stromer trying to tie up the Sun Devils, and he does, I believe. Yes, Phillips Jr. was trying to call the timeout, but Stromer tied him up. So Sean Phillips Jr., a transfer from LSU, has checked into the game again. Amir Ali. 13 points in 14 minutes against Santa Clara for the young man who just banked in the 3. Stromer inbounds to Huff. It's knocked away from behind by Phillips, who's mad that he got called for the foul. It's another big body kid, Mo, 7 foot, 245 pounds.
You hear the slap from here on the arm right there.
Mason checks out. Austin Nunez checks into the game. Nunez started his career at Arizona State. Played about 16 minutes a game. Transferred to Ole Miss last year. Didn't like his situation, so now he's back in a Sun Devil uniform. Here's Huff off a beautiful feed from Nemhard. The Bulldogs have tied things up at 11.
Good patience on the screen and roll. Let his roller get through the traffic right there. Great lead pass from Nemhard.
6.5 gone by here in Spokane. Bulldogs and the Sun Devils tied at 11. Freeman gives it up for Quaintance. Defended by Ajayi. Drive, spin, stripped away by Hickman. Ajayi comes away with it. Bounces it up the floor. Beautiful look for Hickman, who lays it up off the glass and in. The Zags are back on top by 2.
Beautiful pass from Ajayi. That's a hard play to make. That kind of narrow angle bounce pass lead off the steal.
Dribbling right side of the floor, it is Nunez. Bounces it into the hands of P.J. Freeman. Transfer from Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Leading returner scorer in the country, averaged 19.3 points per game in his college career. Here's a drive as Freeman is bumped to the ground. Stromer whistle for the personal foul. So we talked about in the pregame show, Mo, every guy we go through. I mean, this kid averaged 19.3 in two years playing at Wisconsin, Milwaukee. About the kids transferring in from Illinois, from LSU. Bobby Hurley's been able to revamp this roster in a matter of months. Quaintance and Phillips Jr. head to the bench. Jihad is back in as Bobby Hurley goes small. Here's a three from the left side. It's good for Freeman. Sun Devils on top by one. Back and forth we go. 7.5 minutes gone by. Huff spins to the baseline over Jihad. It's good. Boy, lefty's gone to that shot a couple times today and been successful both times. 15-14 GU.
Surprised they're not sitting on that left-hand jump hook.
Nunez to Jihad. Jihad, right wing, picks up his dribble. Hands it off. It's Sandin with it. Pull up three over Hickman. Way off the mark. Nowhere close. Ajayi rebounds. Brings it to the floor himself. Ali pursues. Ajayi slips a little bit as he gets all the way to the rim. Still keeps his body balanced and scores. 17-14 Zags.
Yeah, beautiful base right there. Went off to absorb the contact in traffic.
Nunez on the drive. Challenged by Huff. Denied. Ajayi the other way. He bounced it from Nemhard. Kicks it right side. Wide open look at the three. Hickman can't hit it. Ajayi trying to fight the rebound away from Jihad. And it's Arizona State who comes away with the basketball. Maybe got away with it over the back. Here's a pass left side for a three. Quick. Freeman misses. Yes, they do.
Wow.
Zags by 3. 11:15 to play first half. Nemhard on the right sideline in front of the Kennel Cup. Screen from Huff. Picks up his dribble. Looks up on the pick and roll. Off the glass and in. Braden Huff and Ryan Nemhard connecting yet again. Bobby Hurley calls a timeout as the Bulldogs build their biggest lead of the afternoon.
A beautiful seal on the screen and roll right there, and he had the patience. Braden Huff, again, Nemhard waits for the roll to develop. Great two-man basketball.
We've got an official timeout on the floor here in Spokane as the Sun Devils timeout extends into a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 19-14, Zags on top. 11:09 to play first half. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
It's time to review the top 3 highlights of the day. I'm joined as always by my co-anchor Snoop.
Hey, what up, though?
Snoop, number 1 has to be getting the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence at T-Mobile.
Yeah, you should hustle down to T-Mobile like a dog chasing a squirrel, chasing a nut.
Nice analogy, Snoop. Dogs do love to chase squirrels.
And squirrels love to chase those nuts.
On to highlight number 2. At T-Mobile, families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
That is very impressive. You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
That's exactly what I'm planning on doing with my savings, Snoop. Now, take it away, Snoop.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on them. Now drop that jingle.
24 monthly bill credits eligible trade-in on Go 5G Next. Well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreement too. Bill credits end if you pay off the device early. See how you can save versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
Papa Murphy's $7.99 everyday value lineup is, well, a pretty big deal for a pretty small price. We're talking big savings and big flavors, like the new bold shredded pepperoni pizza, savory crumbled sausage pizza, or classic cheese pizza, all for the small price of $7.99 each. So head to Papa Murphy's, because with freshly made large pizzas at this small price, you can afford to take and bake big-time deliciousness all day, every day. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Back at the Kennel alongside Adam Morris and Tom Hudson with you this afternoon. A rare Sunday afternoon game for the Bulldogs. Mo Gonzaga getting a little bit of kind of traction here against Arizona State. 5 of the last 6 from the field for GU.
Yeah, done a good job of feeding Braden Huff. 4 for 4, 8 points off the bench early. Done a good job defending the 3 as well. 3 of 9 so far. 5 of 15 overall field goals for Arizona State. See if we can extend this lead a little bit.
Gonzaga going to the press out of the timeout. Sandin able to pass in the front court.
to Nunez, who's being hounded by Stromer. Nemhard passes away. It's Arendt, stolen by the Bulldogs. Battle on the run. He's going to challenge 3 black shirts, and it's Quaintance who blocks the shot out of bounds. Nemhard will inbound for the Bulldogs on the baseline. It's still a Ajayi, Huff, Stromer battle in for Hickman, who gets his first breather of the game. Inbound to Stromer, left corner 3, wouldn't go down. Ajayi fights the rebound, takes it away from Quaintance, and Jihad blocks his shot as he goes back up with it. Jihad into the front court. Gives it up left side to Nunez. Back out to Jihad. For Nunez again. Jihad one more time. 3-point line left side. One more time, it's Nunez. Shot clock down to 12. There's only 2 players who are touching on the possession. And now they'll go left side into the hands of Miller. Miller drives. Boy, hangs and hits. Tough finish. 19-16, Bulldogs on top. Stromer in front of the Arizona State bench gets a screen from Ajayi. Bounces back to Ajayi. Little pick and pop. 3, good. For the Bulldogs senior.
Another great 2-man game. Pick and pop. He absorbed the double team. Stromer dragged it across and then found his teammate on the side for the wide open 3.
6-point advantage for the Zags. Dribbling out top with it. Sannon skips back left side. Nunez, the lefties, 3, rims out. Ajayi up strong, controls the rebound. To Nemhard. Into the front court, little hesitation dribble. Picks it up on the left wing. Had it poked away, got it back. Dribbles underneath the basket with it. Running around in circles. Gives it up left corner. Huff for 3. It's an air ball. Ball is loose, chased down by Sannon, the freshman. Saves it into the hands of Miller. Miller just inside a half court. Little crossover on Stromer. Can't get up his shot. Fires to Quaintance, cutting into the paint from the far corner, who spins on Huff and scores. 22-18 as we approach 9 minutes to play first half. Huff between the circles, 1 dribble, gives it up to Battle. Battle continues to dribble out top. Now in front of the Arizona State bench. He bounces for Huff. Here comes a double team. Braden dribbles away from it, looks on the baseline where he finds Ajayi. Went up to try to dunk it. One of the Sun Devils got a piece, but Ajayi strong enough to still finish the play, 24-18.
Good job by Ajayi. When the double team came, he took up space in the opposite block, allowed that pass to happen.
Miller a couple steps inside a half court with a dribble. Skramike gets ready to check back in for the Bulldogs. Ben Gregg also coming in for the next opportunity. Big screen set by Miller. Jihad drives and travels with the basketball. A turnover on Arizona State. So Ike, Hickman, and Gregg check in. Huff and Ajayi head to the bench. Ryan Nemhard will get his first breather of the game. So Nolan Hickman will take over at the point. Substitution coming, Sean Phillips Jr. will take over for Jihad. Zags lead at 24-18, 8:25 to play first half. Hickman brings it up the floor. Mason with him as he dribbles it across the timeline. Dribbling to his right now. Can't get it away to Battle as Miller hounds him. Comes up to Ike, top of the key, right back to Hickman. Right side 3-point line for Ike. 9 seconds to shoot. Backing down Phillips. Kick out to Hickman. Off the bounce pass. Shot is off the mark. 3 no good. Gregg chases down the rebound after Arizona State couldn't secure it. Ben shoots a 3. Quaintance blocks it into the Arizona State bench.
Quick off his feet.
Yes, he is. As advertised.
Yeah.
17-year-old freshman. Timeout on the floor. Zags still lead it 24-18. 7:53 to play first half. Back after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
It's time for Home Team Rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa Rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next-level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Whether you root for the Zags or the Cougs, now's your chance to play for your favorite team. It's the Winning Colors Challenge at Northern Quest. Simply pick up your special Gonzaga or WSU Camas Rewards card now through November 30th and play as usual. Whichever fan base earns the most Camas points wins $10,000 for their program. Become a card-carrying Zags or Cougs fan during the Winning Colors Challenge only at Northern Quest.
It's a 24-18 lead for the 6th-ranked Bulldogs over visiting Arizona State. 7:53 to play first half. Ag West Farm Credit is a financial cooperative that provides financing, crop insurance, and related services to farmers and ranchers across the West. From small family businesses to large operations, Ag West brings the experience and financial know-how to help you grow your best future. Tom Lutz and Adam Morrison with you here at the Kennel. Well, the Bulldogs, again, doing a great job of sharing the ball and taking care of it. They had 3 turnovers in the first media timeout, and it's stayed that way with 7:53 to play in the half.
Picked up the defensive intensity as well. Again, Arizona State 3 of 10 from downtown, only 7 of 18 from the field. But like you said, taking care of the basketball, starting to get better flow offensively, built this lead up to 6.
Zags will have the ball after Greg's 3-point attempt was blocked out of bounds to bring us to the timeout. Stromer to inbound for the Bulldogs in front of the Sun Devils bench. Pass inbounds to Hickman. The screen from Greg. Dribbles to his right. All the way to the rim. High off the glass. Wouldn't go down. Ike tips it but can't control it. Phillips takes it away, and the Sun Devils will head in the other direction. Mason gives it up left side for Sandin. The freshman's been quiet. Greg pokes it away from Quaintance, who chases it down just inside a half court, gives it up to Phillips. The big guys handle it on the perimeter. Here's a handoff for Sandin. Right elbow jumper, back iron. Ball is loose, not anymore. Battle chases it down. Coach View wants the Bulldogs to run. Battle in the front court to Greg. He's wide open. The 3 won't go down. Mason rebounds. Drives, spins over Hickman and scores.
Finish in transition. The spin against contact right there to finish over the top. Nice move.
That was quick. Mason, the transfer from Missouri State. It's the bucket. Bulldogs lead is cut to 4. Stromer drives with the left hand, reverses to the right. Shot wouldn't go, but Ike is there to clean it up. A nice move. Dusty couldn't finish.
He should have went up with his left hand. Tried for the reverse, but like you said, nice move, created the rebound angle.
Sandin picks up his dribble, passes it away to Phillips. Left side, Mason for 3. It's good. 26-23, 6.5 to play first half. Gonzaga on top. Game has featured 5 lead changes and 1 tie through the first nearly 14 minutes of play. Stromer wraps a pass around to Ike, who goes to the right hand and finishes from the block.
Beautiful finish right there with his opposite hand. Great seal as well.
28-23 Bulldogs. Mason, one-handed pass left side. Into the hands of Miller. Out for Quaintance. Skips it right side to Mason on the perimeter. Hickman pressures. Mason gets the screen, dribbles all the way to the left side of the floor. Short pass to Quaintance to the 3-point line. 6 seconds to shoot. Quick pass to Phillips, who's been in the paint for an eternity. The left-handed hook shot over Ike is no good. Battle rebounds. Long pass up the floor. Ike catches and is fouled. Well, how about that look?
Right on the money.
Threading the needle.
Yeah.
Friedman and Jihad will check in. Phillips and Shannon head to the bench for Bobby Hurley's Sun Devils. Zags lead at 28-23. Their biggest lead has been 6 points. They've trailed by 6. They were down 7-1 earlier. Ben Gregg heads to the bench. Mike Ajayi into the game for GU. Hickman will inbound from the baseline. Passes in the far corner for Stromer. Out to Ike at the 3-point line. Right back to Stromer. He'll catch and shoot. The 3 is good. All net for Stromer. Gonzaga leads by 8. Its biggest lead of the game.
That's a great read by EK. He was going to go for the dribble handoff, then reverse it right back to Stromer for the wide open 3.
There's a pass on the baseline. Freeman drives, fires in the corner. Wide open look at a 3. It's good for Miller. That'll quiet the crowd, at least for now. Still a 5-point advantage for the Bulldogs. Jai out top. Tries to get around Quaintance with a left-handed dribble. He can't. Mason comes over on the help, pokes it away. And now the Bulldogs get the ball in the hands of Hickman. Hickman bounces to Ike on the pick and roll. Graham loses the handle, trying to save it. He can't. Steps out of bounds. 31-26, 4:53 to play in the first half. Ryan Nemhard's going to check in. Braden Huff is on the court for the Bulldogs as Ike and Stromer head to the bench. 5-point lead for the Bulldogs, 4:53 to play first half. Home opener for the Zags. Game number 3 for Arizona State. First 2 road game for the Sun Devils. Win at home over Idaho State. A win in Henderson, Nevada over Santa Clara a couple of nights ago. Quaintance top the key, hands it off to Miller, who bounced it. Jihad, right wing, 18 feet from basket. Drive, spins, battle. Trying to strip it away. Is whistle for the personal foul. I tell you, there's some good, strong bodies on this Arizona State team, Mo.
Yeah,
Jihad has been an absolute load.
Yeah, they have a lot of size and athleticism on the interior. Quaintance, who's been fantastic as a 17-year-old. Phillips is a big body. And you talk about Jihad right there getting to the foul line.
Two-time all-second-team MAC performer. He played at Ball State. He averaged 18.5 points, 8 rebounds a game last year.
We're talking about in the pregame, and it's not us just trying to hype up the game. These Big 12 Power 5 conferences, as good or bad as you want to call them, team-wise, they always have huge size that you're just not used to seeing. I mean, we have it, but we don't see it night in, night out in the West Coast Conference.
Jai between the circles, quick pass left side. Nemhard looks down low where he's got Huff. Brady kicks out the battle, fakes the 3, drives, uses it for Jai on the baseline. Off balance, Jai can't get the shot to go. Rebound, quick outlet. Here's Mason the other way, off the glass and in. And Arizona State, after trailing by 8, has cut the lead to 1. 7 straight points in about a minute for the Sun Devils right back in it. Battle in front of the Sun Devils bench, dribbles away from pressure, will pull up and shoot a 3. That one's off the mark. The rebound is grabbed by Miller. Sun Devils the chance to reclaim the lead here. Miller gives it away. Jihad backing down to Jai. Really trying to force a shot, spinning around. Still has it. He's had it for an eternity. Tries to pull his way through a Jai. Great defense. There's Battle. Into the front court off the miss. Gives it up to Huff. Right wing back to Battle. Drives baseline. Goes up for the shot. No whistle. And we'll head the other way. Jihad gives it up to Mason. Mason picks up the dribble. Looks down low. Quaintance catches. Goes up for the shot. Braden Huff blocks it, but also gets body. The Sun Devils on a little bit of a run here. And that scored the Bulldogs 7-0 over the last 2.5 minutes. And they've cut Gonzaga's lead to 1. 31-30, official timeout in Spokane. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Some banks receive 5-star ratings and think they've arrived. But at Wheatland Bank, we call that just getting started. Now, as a member of the Glacier family of regional banks, we're doing even more of what made us an industry leader. Anticipating Eastern Washington's growing needs with more expertise, more technology, more resources, well, more everything. The new, even better Wheatland Bank. What more do you need? Seriously, we're asking.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Living a healthy, happy life is built on a foundation of good habits, wholesome foods, plenty of sleep, regular exercise, and for women, a breast cancer risk assessment by age 25, and annual screening mammograms beginning at 40. Our convenient Spokane area locations make scheduling your mammogram easy. Schedule your exam today. Call 509-455-4455 or visit www.inlandimaging.com/appointments.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Back at the Kettle, where the Sun Devils are on a run here. Yeah, they've scored 7 straight points since the Bulldogs opened up a 31-23 lead on the three-point shot from Dusty Stromer, and they did it in a hurry. And Mo, just look at the individual talent for this team. I hate to keep harping on it, but again, for the folks who thought that Arizona State team to struggle last year wasn't going to be good. We talk about college athletics right now and how quickly you can rebuild, and they've got some guys who can go and make some individual plays.
Yeah, Acquaintance has been terrific inside. Miller's been solid as well. You talked about their interior presence with Phillips and Jihad. They haven't been scoring it, but just their ability to protect the rim. We've had empty possessions because of it. And then they've shot the three better in the last stanza. But 5 of 12 without 41%. For a while, they were 2 for 10. So obviously, whatever 3 for 3 or whatever the last 3 or whatever. I can't do math. But 3 for 9.
Acquaintance, the freshman, makes the first free throw to silence the crowd here at McCarthy Athletic Center and tie things up at 31. And Mo, speaking of 2 for 10, that's where the Bulldogs are shooting threes right now. Much different story than Monday night.
100%. They haven't made any rhythm on their three-point shooting prowess that they had. Like you said, Monday night, they got to get that going. It's part of our offense.
Acquaintance makes both. He has 9 points, 6 lead change to the game. Arizona State on a 9-0 run. Hickman between the circles. Huff calls for it, gets it high post left side, spins, soft balance shot wouldn't go. Ajayi tries to tip in and he couldn't. Ball is out of bounds. Last touched by Ajayi.
Ajayi was going to tip slam that. He almost had it. I think Braden accidentally tipped it out of his hands, not seeing him, trying to get his own miss.
Here's Arizona State and Mason. They work its Acquaintance between the circles. Right side, Sandin. Looking for Freeman. Freeman posting up on Stromer. Dusty pokes away from behind, right in the hands of Acquaintance. This is the three-point line. Well, dribble in a couple. Missed the jump shot off the glass. Jihad rebounds. Put back. Won't go, but a foul on Ajayi. An awkward-looking shot from Acquaintance. He was a three-point line, dribbled into it.
I watched him shoot before the game, and he doesn't really jump on his jump shot. It comes off his hand fine, but it literally almost looks like a free throw set shot. I'm not even trying to exaggerate. But he got it off, and obviously he was a McDonald's All-American. We talked about him before the game. He looks good inside, but that was an interesting field goal attempt. But Jihad has been all over the glass for them. He makes his first free throw. Just been a nuisance underneath, defensively and offensively. What a treat to have, though. You have a guy that averages 18 and 10 you said at Ball State. Now he's a role player, but he's 6'11", long arms, big body. Obviously has the ability to score, so even if he's not scoring tonight, probably on the season, he'd probably pencil him for 12 a game type of guy. So these big programs have that ability to get those type of players in.
Both free throws good for Jihad. It's 34-31 Sun Devils. Here's Stromer cutting baseline off the pass from Ajayi. Back to Ajayi, cutting into the paint. Kick out right side. Hickman catches and shoots. His three is off the mark. The rebound, Jihad had it, but Huff stripped it away. Ball loose. Tipped into the hands of Huff, who scores to cut the lead to 1.
Great rebound hustle play by Ajayi to go get that extra one and then find Braden. That was, a 1-foot pass right there? That was a unique play.
Freeman to Mason between the circles. Gets a screen from Jihad. Pass back to Jihad at the three-point line. He'll try it over Huff and miss badly.
Oops.
Nembhard rebounds. Quickly the other way for the Bulldogs to trail by 1. Fakes the handoff, dribbles to the baseline underneath the basket, tries to reverse it over Freeman, and he comes up short. Bobby Hurley says, let's slow it down here and set up the offense. Sun Devils lead 34-33, under 2 to play first half. Mason to Ali, who's checked back in. Sun Devils have gone small. There's Freeman now. Skip left side. Hickman goes for the steal. Pass gets through to Mason. He kicks it out to Jihad off the drive. Fakes the 3. Jihad will penetrate over Huff and in. 36-33. Nemhard, three-point line left side. Refuses the screen of Ajayi, drives, leans in, and scores.
A lot of contact on that rip-through drive. It looked like two hands on the time he put the ball on the floor for Nemhard. Nonetheless, good job, Adam, through contact to finish that.
Mason walks it across half court. He's met there by Nemhard. Bounces to Ali, pressured by Hickman. To Jihad between the circles. Jihad keeps his dribble alive, defended by Huff. Will shoot through 17, come up short, rebound to Jai. For Nemhard. Right sideline across half court. Gives it up to Hickman, to Jai between the circles. Now left side, it's Stromer with it. Gets a screen from Jai, pulls up, shoots a three, and banks it in to give the Bulldogs the lead. Coach Few shaking his head as he turns around. And
straight on three. Bank. What do I always say, Huddy? No pictures in the scorecard.
20 seconds to play first half. Shot clock off. Sun Devils holding for the last shot. Mason. As it ticks down to 9. Gets a screen from Jihad. Passes back to him between the circles. Deep three. Comes up short. Rebound is grabbed by Ali. He'll fade and hit at the buzzer. And with that, we'll have a tie game heading into the locker room. A shot went up. Jihad was the only player to really pursue the miss and hit the fadeaway at the horn. And that'll tie things up 38 apiece at halftime. We've got a quick break. Halftime show gets rolling right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Marsh McLennan Agency is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga sports. When it comes to insurance, how hard does your team really work for you? At Marsh McLennan Agency, we do the shopping for the right insurance carrier, ensuring you get the right coverage tailored to your needs. Our local experts are dedicated to providing personalized service backed by the resources of Marsh, the global leader in insurance. Visit MMANorthwest.com and get started on finding a better insurance coverage for you. Go Zags!
Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Services is proud to sponsor Gonzaga Athletics. When it comes to your home or business, you deserve fast, reliable service. And that's exactly what you'll get. Our team is committed to delivering 5-star service with upfront pricing and free quotes on every job, so there's no surprises. Got a plumbing emergency? Don't wait. Call Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today at 509-954-5273 or visit ShawPlumbingServices.com. We're the Zags' trusted team for reliable service every time.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Numerica Credit Union Halftime Show. Numerica Credit Union, life moves, live well, federally insured by NCUA. We'll bring you stats and analysis from the first 20 minutes, as well as a look at scores from around the nation. Now, let's go courtside. Here's the voice of the Zags, Tom Hudson.
It's halftime at the Kettle. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. 38-38 our scores. The Bulldogs and Arizona State play basketball for the first time against each other. The Bulldogs fell behind early 7-1, but Gonzaga would quickly get back into the basketball game and take the lead thanks to senior guard Nolan Hickman. Tied at 11. Freeman gives it up for Quaintance. Defended by Ajayi. Drive, spin, stripped away by Hickman. Ajayi comes away with it. Bounces it up the floor. Beautiful look for Hickman, who lays it up off the glass and in. The Zags are back on top by 2.
Beautiful pass from Ajayi. That's a hard play to make. That kind of narrow angle bounce pass lead off the steal.
Nice little stretch there, Mo, for the Bulldogs after a slow start to come back and take the lead.
Yeah, got their defense going. Got a run out in transition. That was a great pass by Ajayi to thread the needle.
So the Bulldogs will lead 13-11 at that point. Very similar to Monday night when the Bulldogs knocked off 8th-ranked Baylor. Braden Huff coming off the bench and making an immediate impact happen again this afternoon. Nemhard on the right sideline in front of the Kennel Cup. Screen from Huff. Picks up his dribble, looks up on the pick and roll, off the glass and in. Braden Huff and Ryan Nemhard connecting yet again. Bobby Hurley calls a timeout as the Bulldogs build their biggest lead of the afternoon. Heck of a start for Braden Moe, the only player in the game in double figures.
Yeah, 5 of 7, 10 points. Had a really good stretch there when he first checked in. They're going to him early and often.
Bulldogs push the lead to 5 at that point, 19-14. They would lead by 8 on a couple of occasions. The second time, thanks to Dusty Stromer. Passes in the far corner for Stromer. Out to Ike at the three-point line. Right back to Stromer. He'll catch and shoot. The three is good. All net for Stromer. Gonzaga leads by 8. Its biggest lead of the game. And so Dusty made a couple of threes in the first half for 6 points. But Mo, the Bulldogs, after it kind of felt like they had grabbed the momentum and were ready to pull away in this thing, Arizona State scored 7 points in like a minute and 5 seconds, I think. And just like that, the Sun Devils were right back in it.
Yeah, credit to them. They had no flow offensively, and then, like you said, got those quick buckets and then clawed back into the basketball game. Not shooting it well, 41%, and only 5 of 14, but tied at half.
7 lead changes, 3 ties. Zags' biggest lead, 8. Sun Devils' biggest lead, 6. We're all tied at 38 at halftime. Mo and I are going to step aside. Matt standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios for the halftime show score update. Again, 38-38, our score in Spokane. Back after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
This great call in Gonzaga history is presented by T-Mobile. November 27, 2016. In the finals of the Advocare Invitational, Gonzaga guard Nigel Williams poured in 18 critical points, hitting a game-sealing second-half three to give the Bulldogs a 73-71 win.
Extra pass, right corner. Silas Wilson for 3. That one's off the mark. Nelson chases down the rebound. Out top to Williams. Goss. His 3 is good. Nigel is still perfect from long range, and he ends the Iowa State 15-0 run.
Head to T-Mobile.com for a great deal on the iPhone 16 Pro.
Time for a check of the scores around the WCC and around the nation. Let's go to the network studios.
Gonzaga tied at 38 with Arizona State at halftime. Welcome inside the Learfield Network studios. I'm Matt Schweikert. Time now to take a look at what else is going on around the country. It is a busy Sunday in the sports world, although not a particularly busy college basketball Sunday. We have 2 other games featuring ranked teams today. Creighton is leading Fairleigh Dickinson 33-26 with 3:56 to go in the first half. They just hit the under 4 media timeout there. And then 17th ranked Indiana rolled earlier today 90-55 against Eastern Illinois. And just one other game in the West Coast Conference today. Pacific will take on Life Pacific in Honolulu in the Rainbow Classic. That game is a 4:30 Pacific time tip. And we'll take a look at the slate we've got going on later this week. Pacific will be in action again tomorrow against Hawaii, again in the Rainbow Classic. That is going to be another late tip. That is a 9 o'clock Pacific tip. And then Washington State will be battling Idaho tomorrow. That game will be a 6:30 Pacific time tip. It is another busy Sunday in the NFL, so we'll do a quick check of scores there. The Chargers leading the Titans 13-10 with 7:51 to go in the third quarter. Will Levis 10 of 14 for the Titans, playing well in his return after an injury layoff. And the Eagles have just scored to take a 14-6 lead against the Cowboys late in the first half. 23 seconds to go in the second quarter there. Jalen Hurts, 11 of 13 for 152 yards and a touchdown for the Eagles. And the Cardinals with a 2-score lead, 21-6 against the Jets with 30 seconds to go in the first half. Kyler Murray already with 189 yards through the air and a touchdown pass. Final scores from earlier today: the Steelers escape with a road win against the Commanders, 28-27 to improve to 7-2. Patriots beat the Bears 19-3. Bills take down the Colts 30-20. Chiefs just barely stay undefeated with a blocked field goal against the Broncos 16-14. Saints over the Falcons 20-17. 49ers beat the Buccaneers 23-20. Vikings survive against the Jaguars 12-7. And we had a game in Munich this morning. Panthers beat the Giants in overtime 20-17. That's your look at what's going on around college basketball and around the sports world, as Gonzaga and Arizona State are all tied up at 38 at the half. Our halftime coverage continues next. This is Gonzaga Bulldogs basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2024 to March 2025. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneAirports.net.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Some banks receive 5-star ratings and think they've arrived. But at Wheatland Bank, we call that just getting started. Now, as a member of the Glacier family of regional banks, we're doing even more of what made us an industry leader. Anticipating Eastern Washington's growing needs with more expertise, more technology, more resources, well, more everything. The new, even better Wheatland Bank. What more do you need? Seriously, we're asking.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's halftime of the McCarthy Athletics Center. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. Where the Bulldogs are tied with Arizona State. 38-38 is our score. A late surge by the Sun Devils, helping them rally from an 8-point deficit. We look at our first half statistics. Braden Huff, the leading scorer in the game. He had 10 points. He did that on 5 of 7 shooting from the field. 7 points for Mike Ajayi off the bench. Graham Ike also had 7 in the first half. 6 points from Dusty Stromer. He knocked down a couple of threes. Nemhart and Hickman had 4 points apiece for the Bulldogs. Battle was 0 for 2. Greg was 0 for 2. Neither player scored for the Zags. Gonzaga had 17 of 36 shots, 47% for the Bulldogs. They cooled off after a nice start to the game. They hit 9 of their first 13 shots. So, Mo, the Zags hit just 8 of 23 from the field after that hot start against Arizona State.
I think some of his shot selection, we got in there in the paint and tried to challenge some of the bigs we've been talking about. Sometimes you got to spray it back out and not challenge, the big defenders inside. And then, quite frankly, we got to make shots. 3 of 12 from downtown. There's been some decent looks. Got to knock them down.
And 1 out of 2 shooting free throws for the Bulldogs in the first half. Meanwhile, Acquaintance is leading scorer for Arizona State with 9. Mason has 7, 6 for Jihad, who also had a team-high 5 rebounds. Mike Ajayi leads the Zags with 9 boards. Gonzaga goes plus 8 on the glass in the first half. Mo, kind of interesting numbers. Plus 8 on the glass, 11 assists to 5 turnovers. You shoot it at a better percentage, 47% to 42%, but still you're tied at the break.
Yeah, credit to Arizona State. They didn't fold, and we knew a Bobby Hurley-type team is going to play hard. We talked about their talent, and then, again, we had that stretch there. The last 5 minutes, we kind of took some bad shots and tried to challenge too much, and it kind of essentially is like a turnover, and Arizona State capitalized on it.
Well, the Zags head to Seattle on Saturday, December 7th as they take on Kentucky at Climate Pledge Arena. The Zags have won their Last 2 matchups against the Wildcats look to make it 3 in a row. Tickets on sale for Zag members by contacting the Gonzaga Athletic Ticket Office. For non-Zag members, purchase tickets at Ticketmaster.com or through their mobile app. Second half action coming your way after this break. We're all knotted up at 38. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Hello, and thank you for calling the Arby's Turkey Cooking Support Line. Please immediately hang up your phone, get in your car, and go to Arby's. Then you can either go inside or even just stay in your car. Order a deep-fried turkey sandwich. Good job! Thank you for calling the Arby's Turkey Cooking Support Line. Goodbye.
Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Services is proud to sponsor Gonzaga Athletics. When it comes to your home or business, you deserve fast, reliable service. And that's exactly what you'll get. Our team is committed to delivering 5-star service with upfront pricing and free quotes on every job, so there's no surprises. Got a plumbing emergency? Don't wait. Call Shaw Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning today at 509-954-5273 or visit ShawPlumbingServices.com. We're the Zag's trusted team for reliable service every time.
At Western National Insurance, NICE is a little word that does big things for everyone. NICE is a helping hand when you need it most, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you can trust the person on the other end of the call. For more than a century, we've been protecting individuals, families, and businesses with NICE as our foundation. Experience the power of NICE for yourself. Ask your independent insurance agent for Western National.
Back to McCarthy Athletics Center. We're tied at 38, ready for the second half. Mo, what do you want to see out of the Bulldogs here to secure yet another home victory? The streak is in jeopardy here. They won every home opener since 1988.
I think shot selection, I just mentioned, the last 5 minutes of that first half, we kind of challenged inside, took some inadvertent shots, and obviously we just got to knock some down. I know sometimes it's not as simple as that, but we've had pretty good looks. 3 for 12 from downtown, so you got to step up and knock them down. Defensively, we've been pretty solid. Arizona State 5 of 14. We talked about their ability to make threes. They had 15 against Santa Clara. So on the defensive side, I thought we've been pretty good holding the 38. 38's not bad. Shot selection, offensive flow's got to be better in the second half.
Arizona State will have the ball to open the second half. Again, we had 7 lead changes, 3 ties in the first 20 minutes here at the Kennel. Zags wrap up this 2-game homestand against UMass Lowell on Friday night at 6 o'clock. Then we're headed down to San Diego to take on San Diego State next Monday. For the Bulldogs, the starters are on the floor. That'll be Hickman, Nemhard, Gregg, Battle, and Ike. Miller, Mason, Jihad, Quaintance, and Sannon, the original starters for Arizona opening the second half. There's a bounce on the baseline. Jihad defended by Gregg. Gives it up to Sannon. Coming off the screen, fakes a 3, drives to the left hand, kick out to Mason as he draws the defense. Mason's 3 is an air ball. Rebound chased down by Jihad in the far corner. The shot clock reset. I thought it didn't touch anything, but maybe it just ticked the rim. There's a drive by Jihad to the left hand, steps through and scores.
I didn't think it hit the rim.
Yeah, I didn't either. Coach Few was asking the official that right now.
I think it still would have counted. I mean, there's still time, but he's right. He's yelling at our scores table guy.
Here's Battle looking to Gregg in the pick and roll, flips it off the glass and in, and we're tied at 40. Less than a minute gone by here in the second half. Left side of the floor, Sandin has the 3-point line, picks up his dribble. Bounces to Quaintance, quickly gets it away to Jihad, who hands it off to Mason between the circles. Fires a one-handed pass right side for a wide-open 3 off the screen. Shot no good. Gregg gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Battle, who's up the left sideline. Bulldogs move left to right in the second half. And finally a whistle called or whistle blown on that drive. I feel like Battle's been hit probably 6 or 7 times.
Yeah. I think in fairness, though, if you accentuate the head movements on hits, sometimes it looks like you're right. I mean, let's just be honest. I'm not saying he hasn't been hit, but sometimes it's like, okay, just play through the contact and let the refs call it, and they will.
Miller whistled for the personal foul. Bulldogs inbound. Battle has it. Screen from Ike at 35 feet. Pass back left side in front of the Kennel Club for Nemhard. Bounces to Ike. Ike defended by Jihad. Backing him down with the right-handed dribble. Spins to the baseline. Hangs. Shot wouldn't go down. Off the rim and into the hands of Jihad. We're still tied at 40. 90 seconds gone by second half. Mason passes right side. Jihad fakes the 3. Drives baseline. Stripped away by Greg. A whistle on a foul. A hard foul as Jihad goes to the ground. It's going to go against Ike. Greg got a piece of it, but then Ike.
It's a hard landing by Jihad. Big body kid hitting the floor. This Arizona State team's better than I think people could give them credit for. I know it's early in the season, but they got springy athletes. They move the ball, right? They got 3 inside guys that you can theoretically play one-on-one inside with, right? That gives you such an advantage. You got an All-American kid, Quaitons, who's got 9 points in the first half, looks the part. Point guard plays solid, right? I mean, I guess it just shows you how good that Big 12 league is, though, obviously, as well as Jihad makes both free throws.
Nemhard brings ball up the floor, bounces in the front court to Battle. Now out to Greg between the circles. Ben picks up his dribble to Ike, 3-point line. Gives it up to Hickman. Fakes left, drives right. Back to Ike on the pick and roll, and Quaitons is going to be whistled for the personal foul.
That's actually probably a good foul. That would have been a layup attempt for Ike, and that's Quaitons' only first foul. So coming over from the help side on the screen and roll situation.
Nemhard tries to inbound. It's deflected off the back of the backboard by Mason. And now they're going to take a second off the shot clock. That's a fastest second. They want to take another second off. So 18:03 is what it's going to say instead of 18:04. Maybe.
There we go.
There we go.
First game of the season.
Nemhard bounces in the corner for Hickman. Gives to Ike to Nemhard. Kicks it out to Greg. He's wide open. 3-pointer rims out. Ike fighting for the rebound, but loses the battle, and it's Miller who comes away with the ball. Arizona State by 2. Pass left side. Jihad thought about a 3, pulled it down. Greg comes out to challenge. Now back and bend down. Spins to the baseline. Keeps that dribble alive. Still dribbling, still backing into the paint. Feet moving everywhere. Shot way off the mark. Hickman chases down the rebound. Roll into the front court. Bulldogs trail by 2. Pass left side. It's a 3 for Battle, and it's good. Bulldogs go back on top. Battle makes it 43-42.
Stare down 3 off the skip right there. It's Battle's first field goal here in the second half.
And first of the afternoon. Quaitons bounces it for Jihad. Greg goes for the steal. Jihad gets it, drives, challenges Ike, throws it off the glass and in.
Through contact. Spun it off the glass. It's a great finish for that young man.
Nemhard in the front court to Hickman. Now Greg between the circles looking in the paint. Pass deflected, but then Quaitons is going to be called for the foul going over the back. It's not the NFL where the pass is deflected and you still get to make contact. Unfortunately for Quaitons, picks up his second personal foul.
I don't know what you heard or what you just said. I was listening to
I know you're watching him lose his mind. I would say the pass was deflected and Quaitons still went through him, and it's not like the NFL on a tip that now there's no pass interference.
He wanted a 3-second on Ike is what he wanted.
Hickman drives baseline off the inbound, finishes with the left hand. Bulldogs back on top.
Baseline under with the curl play right there. Then the nice finish with the left hand on the right side by Hickman.
Back and forth we go into the front court. It's Mason to Quaitons' 3-point line, left side of the floor, hands it off on the sideline. Miller gets a screen from Phillips, who's checked in. Pass back left side, Mason. His 3 is good. 47-45, Arizona State. 3.5 gone by here in the second half. Nemhard. Screen from Greg. Driving with the left hand, spins back to the right, kicks out to Ben, 3-point line, fakes the jump shot, drives, kicks, Battle for 3 from the right side. That one's good. 1 from the left, 1 from the right, and the Bulldogs are back on top by one.
Good job by Ben Gregg turning down the first three, driving kick. You mentioned Battle, 2 threes in a row.
Teams exchanging baskets here early in the second half. Quaintance takes the handoff. Gives it up to Freeman. Now for Mason. Gets around Ike. The guard drives. Kicks right side. Touch pass in the corner. Miller's three. Challenged by Battle. Miss. Rebound Gregg. Bulldogs by one. They've got the ball. Hickman up the left sideline. He's into the front court for the Bulldogs. Short pass to Gregg between the circles. Right side pass in front of the GU bench from Nembhard. Gets a screen from Gregg. Penetrates with the left hand. Switches back to the right. Shot rims out, but he'll shoot 2 free throws. 15:35 to play in our basketball game, and it is a good one here in Spokane. 48-47, Zags on top. We're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Whether you root for the Zags or the Cougs, now's your chance to play for your favorite team. It's the Winning Colors Challenge at Northern Quest. Simply pick up your special Gonzaga or WSU Camas Rewards card now through November 30th and play as usual. Whichever fan base earns the most Camas points wins $10,000 for their program. Become a card-carrying Zags or Cougs fan during the Winning Colors Challenge only at Northern Quest.
At Wheatland Bank, we're all about relationships, so we couldn't be more proud to announce the relationship of a lifetime. Wheatland Bank is now part of the Glacier family of regional banks. With Glacier at our side, we'll deliver exciting new products and the latest technologies. Still, we're keeping our name, like one of those power couples you read about in the magazines. But still bankers. Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Gonzaga Athletics. The airport connects Zags fans and alums with over 60 daily departures to more than 20 nonstop destinations provided by 7 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Entertaining basketball game here at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Tom Hudson, Adam Morris with you. The Bulldogs lead Arizona State 48-47. 13 lead changes, 4 ties. Zags have led for almost 12 minutes. Arizona State's led for better than 9. Nice start to the second half for the Bulldogs. More offensively, they've hit 4 of 6 from the field.
Yeah, got a better flow going. Obviously, Battle's knocked down 2 threes. It's been a better start shot selection-wise. Said it about the third time, but that last 5 minutes in the second half, or first half, really allowed Arizona State to get back into the basketball game. Aaron shots, trying to challenge bigs when there's not necessary kickouts, things of that nature. So pretty good start offensively, much better here in the second half.
1 point lead for the Bulldogs. They've led by as many as 8 points. That was on 2 separate occasions. Arizona State jumped out to an early 7-1 lead. So their biggest lead, 6. Ryan Nembhard will step to the free throw line after the foul committed by Mason. Ike, Ajayi, Battle, Hickman, and Nembhard for GU. Ajayi, we talked about his rebounding prowess down at Pepperdine, and he is living up to that billing, Mo. Nice one against Baylor. 8 boards in that one and already 9 here today.
He's just a guy that can rebound out of his area, and then he's got longer arms than for his frame. As Nembhard makes the first free throw. Super springy, quick jump, good lower base, all the things you want out of a athlete rebounder, and he's shown it so far here in a Zag uniform.
Nembhard 1 out of 2. Bulldogs lead is 49-47. Mason across the timeline with a dribble. Gets a screen from Quaintance, passes back to him, a little pick and pop. Quaintance now drives, spins into the paint, stripped by Ajayi, and then he tackles Ajayi as Mike starts running up the floor. Ajayi fired up as he made a great defensive play, and Quaintance has whistled for his 3rd personal. Jihad's going to check back in.
It's a big situation, though. It picks up his 3rd off, kind of a broken play. Arizona State's best inside presence. It's that That was 9 points.
And really unnecessary, Mo.
Yeah, like it's 80 feet away. Probably going to let that one go. That's a big play in this game early in the second half.
All 3 fouls coming after halftime for the freshman. Nemhard off a Ike screen, drives, kicks a pass from under the basket to the right side. Battle fakes the 3, drives, can't get it to go, but Phillips Jr., who just checked in, is whistled for the personal foul. But that pass from Ryan Nemhard from behind the basket almost.
Yeah, he got caught midair, but had the presence of mind knowing he has corner fill. That's why you play spacing when you go high ball screen situations or DHOs at the top. You kind of have an idea where your guys are supposed to be. You see that pass in the NBA a lot where guys are kind of blind, but they throw it to a general area. I know it sounds funny, but if there's a role, the guy guarding that passer or the guy receiving it has to help, so you're probably going to get it off. And that was a smart play from Nemhard. A long answer for what you just said. Sorry, Huddy.
No, but makes sense. 2 free throws for Battle. 51-47 lead for the Bulldogs. 5 minutes gone by second half. Full court pressure from Gonzaga. Nunez back in, has the ball in his hands, gives it up to Ali, the freshman. They break pressure, pass in the front court for Mason. To Freeman, right side in front of the Kennel Club. His 3 rattles out. Ajayi had his hands to the rebound, knocked away by Ike, but it's Nemhard who comes away with it for GU. Nemhard gives it up to Ajayi between the circles, looks in the paint where he's got Ike. Graham, give him with the right hand, double team comes. Fires it out to Hickman, quick repost to Ike again. Going to work on Jihad, hangs and hits! Zags on a run. They lead at 53-47.
Great kick out, then repost by Hickman to recognize that this advantage for Ike inside.
Zags have scored 8 straight. Pressure in the backcourt again. Arizona State breaks it. 53-47. Gonzaga on top. Mason to Jihad between the circles. Bulldogs sag off. He shoots a deep 3 and hits it to silence the crowd.
15 points for that Jihad. Good player.
Ajayi fires past left corner. Battle catches and shoots another 3. It toilet bowls out of there. Ike with the rebound. Halfway down, wouldn't go. And then an offensive foul is called. I mean, Graham Ike threw a pass. I don't know how in the world that's an offensive foul, but I'd like to see the replay, I guess, before I
so
judge.
Close to the basket. Where was the...
Potentially in the circle?
In the circle type of situation.
On Ike, he checks out. Huff is in. 53-50 Bulldogs. More pressure in the backcourt. Ali picks up his dribble, passes it back to Nunez, who's across half court with the dribble. Right side, they work in the corner. Freeman fakes the 3, gets around Battle on the baseline drive. Check that Ajayi on the baseline drive. Ajayi with a little hip check, bumped him out of bounds and commits the personal foul. Arizona State will inbound, trailing at 53-50. Getting into Freeman, far corner, Battle all over him, spins away from the pressure, gets all the way to the rim with the left-handed dribble, switches to the right and scores. 53-52. Bulldogs trying to pull away. Arizona State's come right back. Ajayi bounces it left sideline for Battle. Battle out between the circles of the dribble now to the right side. Looks in the paint for Huff. Huff had it poked away. It is saved by Arizona State. Freeman into the front court. Backing down Battle now. It takes about 4 steps. Ajayi flies in and blocks the shot attempt. Nunez comes away with it. And they'll reset. Arizona State hanging around here, down just 1. Mason dribbling to his left. Now defended by Huff on the switch. Step back 3 is nowhere close. Ajayi grabs another rebound. He's into double figures. Gives it up to Nemhard. Nemhard to the left wing with the dribble. Picks it up. Fires back right side. Hickman. He's open. His 3 is good. Oh, net for Nolan Hickman. Bulldogs lead is back to 4.
Another great play by Nemhard. Gets to the teeth of the defense. Reverse pivots and finds this backcourt partner opposite side of the floor for a walk-in 3.
Hickman has 9 points in the game now. Left corner, it's Nunez. Thought about driving, now steps back into the corner. Pass it away to Jihad. Shot up on Huff and in. A very late whistle and a foul on Braden Huff.
It's a great take from Jihad again knocked down a three last possession, or last perimeter catch, I should say. Shot fakes, he goes to his right hand, absorbs the contact, finishes off two. He's having a heck of a game, 17 points, 7 rebounds. We talked about it, though. He had the ability, what do you say, average 18 to 10 at Ball State. What a luxury to have for Bobby Hurley, a guy that has already done it, he's trying to step up to a little bit higher level, but has done it so far tonight.
He had 7 for 7 at the line now. And it's a 56-55 Gonzaga advantage. Bulldogs can't shake free of the Sun Devils. Nembhard under heavy pressure, gets it into the offensive end. Screen from Huff. Gets another one from Braden as he dribbles to his left. Pass in the right corner to Stromer. He'll drive baseline. Pass is poked away and stolen. Freeman flying the other way. Gives it up left side. Miller drives, kicks right side. Open look at a three. Wouldn't go down. Huff rebounds the miss from Mason. Braden brings it up the floor himself into the front court, left sideline. Gives it up to Hickman. Hickman to Stromer. Bounces to Huff. Left wing. Backing down Jihad with a right-handed dribble. Still backing him down. Spins to the baseline. Shot up. Wouldn't go, but Jihad's whistled for the personal foul. His first of the game brings us to a timeout. We've still got a ball game here in Spokane. 11:24 to play. Zags 56, Arizona State 55. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Some banks receive 5-star ratings and think they've arrived. But at Wheatland Bank, we call that just getting started. Now, as a member of the Glacier family of regional banks, we're doing even more of what made us an industry leader. Anticipating Eastern Washington's growing needs with more expertise, more technology, more resources, well, more everything. The new, even better Wheatland Bank. What more do you need? Seriously, we're asking.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Papa Murphy's $7.99 everyday value lineup is, well, a pretty big deal for a pretty small price. We're talking big savings and big flavors, like the new bold shredded pepperoni pizza, savory crumbled sausage pizza, or classic cheese pizza, all for the small price of $7.99 each. So head to Papa Murphy's, because with freshly made large pizzas at this small price, you can afford to take and bake big-time deliciousness all day, every day. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Every year, the crowds go crazy for the Cal Triple Play of the Day, where you can get tricked out cool trucks or sporty SUVs just in time for winter. And this week, you can delay all payments until next year. Get a minimum $2,000 trade-in value for your old ride, plus get a 2-year service maintenance program with every vehicle sold, which is a triple play opportunity this week at both Cal locations.
Gonzaga basketball brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here at the Kettle. Arizona State hanging around, and both two teams doing it very differently. Look at the Bulldogs, 16 assists on 23 made baskets, just 6 assists on 19 makes for Arizona State. Different styles, both have been very effective here today as Arizona State is in great position here with 11:24 to play.
Yeah, they've won the free throw line battle. They're up plus 6 points on that, but we've moved the ball a little bit better. It's more of our style. They're kind of more of a one-on-one type team, but it's not throw it to one guy every single time and pound. But Jihad off the dribble's done great. Quaintance in the first half was great off the dribble. Sometimes that no assist doesn't mean you're not playing the right style per se, but this team's got some talent. We talked about it in the pregame, and we always got to make sure that we're not just, telling the fans just to do it just because, right? Just to listen, or like, no, this team can actually hang with us. And obviously, so far, we've been right.
Off the left, he makes both free throws. Zags 58-55. Braden's first 2 points in the second half. He has 12. Mason cross half court, hands it off to Freeman. Right side pass to Miller. Mason just inside of half court, dribbles to his left. Pass back out, Jihad. Picks up his dribble at the three-point line, stripped away by Ajayi, poked into the hands of Hickman. Ajayi's been active for the Bulldogs defensively. Hickman slowed down by Nunez, gives it up to Ajayi. He'll drive into the paint, get all the way to the rim. Finger roll wouldn't go. Huff fights with Jihad, and Jihad's throwing elbows. And we'll head the other way. Well, Jihad had good position. Took the rebound away. Ajayi just couldn't finish. Freeman driving on Stromer, fades. The little one-hander is good. 10.5 to play. Bulldogs lead is 1. Nembhard out to Ajayi. Left side, Hickman. Screen from Ajayi. Pulls up. Shoots the three. Hickman off the mark. Huff tips it. Tries to control it. Jihad takes it away. And it's Arizona State basketball with a chance to go back on top. Mason slowed down by Stromer. A little hesitation dribble. Can't get around him a second time, so retreats with the dribble. Brings it all the way back out top. 9 seconds to shoot. They hand it off to Miller. Passes left side. Freeman catches and shoots. The three is good for the lead. Arizona State 60, Bulldogs 58.
Late on the closeout there. Got to get out the shooters and run them off the line.
14th lead change of the basketball game. Nembhard driving left hand, gets around the defender Nunez, who is whistled for the personal foul. He doesn't like it, but Nembhard shooting two. Ajayi, Huff, Nembhard, Hickman, and Stromer for the Bulldogs. First for Nembhard is good. Quaintance checks back in with those three personals. Freeman and Jihad check out. They're going to go big with Phillips Jr. also checking in. Nembhard for the second time today goes 1 out of 2, and we're tied at 60. Fifth tie of the basketball game to go along with 14 lead changes. Quaintance three-point line out top to Phillips. Dribbles once, hands it off to Nunez. Nunez gives it up to Miller. That's a screen from Phillips. Miller buries the three. Arizona State leads by 3. And Coach Pugh wants a timeout. Sun Devils fired up as the Bulldogs are forced to take a timeout here. The Wildcats the Sun Devils after a slow start have now made 9 3-point shots. The 30-second timeout called by the Bulldogs extends into a full timeout. We're going to take it as well. Arizona State has a lead over the Bulldogs. Actually, a 4-point advantage. It's 63-59 is our score. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Papa Murphy's $7.99 everyday value lineup is, well, a pretty big deal for a pretty small price. We're talking big savings and big flavors, like the new bold shredded pepperoni pizza, savory crumbled sausage pizza, or classic cheese pizza, all for the small price of $7.99 each. So head to Papa Murphy's, because with freshly made large pizzas at this small price, you can afford to take and bake big-time deliciousness all day, every day. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, Zag fans, the Xfinity 10G network, get the fastest internet with faster speeds rolling out every day. Enjoy reliable connections so everyone can be online at once, even during peak hours. Introducing the next generation 10G network only from Xfinity. Mo, the Bulldogs haven't scored for the last 3 minutes. Meanwhile, after a 3-for-10 start shooting threes, the Sun Devils have hit 6 out of 14. We talked about it in pregame. They made 15 against Santa Clara in a win, and they have found their touch from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, we've had some late closeouts and some miscommunication on our coverages. Quite frankly, there's been some tags that we haven't hit on the roll and then been late on it, and then that's kind of what they're trying to create the disadvantage. But there's certain things that you can do to prevent that. 1 or 2 foot step in a certain direction, knowing that's what they're trying to get is the 3-point shot. You can see Coach Few shaking his head because it's guaranteed a scout thing that you just haven't figured out. We had one earlier in the first half. Hickman, I think the first 3 they made, he went under on a wide pin down instead of topside and making the guy refuse the pin down. So it's little things like that can kill you against talented teams.
4-point lead for Arizona State is 63-59 as Nembhard brings it across half court. It's a screen from Huff, dribbles to his right, gets all the way to the rim, a whistle and a foul, and the official will say he was on the floor when the contact occurred, so Nunez is whistled for the personal. That'll be his second. Caleb Battle's going to return for the Bulldogs to replace Dusty Stromer.
Interesting. We're one more from double bonus. We'll use this to our advantage, knock these free throws down to get back into this basketball game.
One end of the 1-and-1 is good for Nembhard. 9:08 to play here at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Nembhard makes them both this time. Cuts the Sun Devil lead to 2, 63-61. Fans getting into it a little bit. Ajayi waits for Mason as he brings it up the floor. Bulldogs look to trap Miller. They've got him in trouble. Pass is deflected. Ball is loose. Still being fought for. Huff dives on it. Leaves it for Nembhard. Nembhard throws the alley-oop. Pass for Battle. Oh, my goodness. The one-handed dunk. We're tied at 63. What a play by the Bulldogs.
Excellent elevation from Khalif Battle. What a finish.
Miller throws on the baseline. Phillips skips it out right side into the hands of Mason. They look down low. Phillips catches in the paint, goes up and dunks to put his team back ahead.
What a sequence.
8:20 to play. Sun Devils by 2. Nembhard into the front court, left-handed dribble. Passes in the near corner. Ajayi fakes the 3, dribbles to his left, comes up short with the 3-point shot. Rebound tipped into the hands of Huff, who's hammered by Phillips. Braden's headed to the free throw line.
Man, I didn't think Battle was going to get that.
Me neither.
He threw it so high. Kind of hung in the air and one-handed slam alley-oop. That was terrific. Great play defensively to start that break by Ajayi on the trap. Got us back in the basketball game, got the crowd into it. What a great sequence. Then Arizona State nonetheless comes down and Phillips Jr. gets a slam. Good game right now.
Huff's first free throw rims out. And Jihad and Freeman check in. Nunez heads to the bench. Didn't see who else checked out for the Sun Devils. Second for Huff. Rim, glass, and in. So the Bulldogs cut the lead to 1. 65-64 as we approach 8 minutes to play. Zags trailing. Here's a trap again on Mason. Able to get it away to Miller. Miller throws it on the baseline. That's got to be an offensive foul, doesn't it?
Wow.
No. They're going to call it good.
Too. That's crazy.
And Bobby Hurley's calling for a flop call. Here's Nembhard with a 3 the other way. It's on net. And we're tied at 67. Big answer from Nembhard.
Gonzaga going back to man-to-man on that after that made 3.
Nembhard asking the fans to get into it. They oblige. Mason, short pass, Jihad. Now to Miller. Out to Mason again. Gets a screen from Jihad. Dribbles to his right. Gets all the way to the rim and scores.
Breakdown defensively again for Gonzaga. No talk on the screen and roll situation.
69-67 Sun Devils. Nembhard driving with the left hand. Pulls up from the left wing. Jumper wouldn't go down. Ajayi up high to grab the rebound. Kick out to Huff. 3 for the lead. No good. And the rebound goes to Freeman. Under 7 to play now. Bulldogs trail by 2. Here's Freeman. Pass right side for Mason. And he'll retreat with the dribble. The Sun Devils will set up the offense. Mason defended by Huff on the switch. Driving, gets into the paint, kicks it in the corner. 3 is on the way. That one's no good. Hickman, weak side rebound for the Bulldogs, saves to Huff as he falls out of bounds. Huff away to Nembhard. Bulldogs trail 69-67. Skip left side. Hickman fakes the 3. He'll penetrate, get into the paint. Can't get up a shot. Bounces for Huff. Spins the baseline. Hook shot up and good. 2 more for Braden. He has 15 points. We're tied at 69.
The best part about that play, Huddy, is a 1-foot pass, bounce pass to set up that baseline jump hook right there. Hickman to Huff.
Miller just inside a half court. Gives it up to Mason. Trying to get around Nembhard. He can't. Gets a screen from Jihad. Passes back to Jihad at the 3-point line. Going to work on Ajayi. Backs him into the paint. Spins to the baseline. Gets a shot up. Comes up short. Huff has the rebound. Knocked away by Quaintance. The officials probably should have called a foul. Instead, they're going to give the Bulldogs a basketball.
Yeah, I actually like that call. I want Quaintance on the floor just for basketball sense, right? But this is a fantastic game right now.
69-69. Official timeout on the floor. 5:53 to play at the Kennel. We're back after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
This great call in Gonzaga history is presented by T-Mobile. November 27, 2016. In the finals of the Advocare Invitational, Gonzaga guard Nigel Williams gosport in 18 critical points, hitting a game-sealing second-half 3 to give the Bulldogs a 73-71 win.
Extra pass, right corner. Silas Wilson for 3. That one's off the mark. Nelson chases down the rebound. Out top to Williams. Goss. His 3 is good. Nigel is still perfect from long range. And he enters the Iowa State 15-0 run.
Head to T-Mobile.com for a great deal on the iPhone 16 Pro.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Today's students are smart, savvy, and heading towards a future filled with possibilities. Education is the light that can help guide them on their path to fulfilling their dreams. That's why Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. With every lottery game you play in the pursuit of making your dreams a reality, you're supporting the next generation of game changers who are using education as the way to reach theirs. Thanks for playing, Washington.
Now, what a ball game here, and the Bulldogs home opener tied with Arizona State 69-69, 5:53 to play. The Bulldogs haven't lost at home in their first game of the season since 1988. That streak in jeopardy here against Arizona State. Look, if you're looking for an all-star lineup of sporty all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles, make the smart play and head on out to Cal. These boats been a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Arizona State has shot it here well of late. What they've made 6 of their last 8 field goal attempts. Give them credit. You know, in the first half, the Zags got that lead up to 8. Looked like they might be able to pull away. Arizona State reeled them back in. Felt like all the momentum was headed the Bulldogs' way here as they were able to go back on top. But Arizona State has regrouped. And here we are, 69 apiece, under 6 to go.
Yeah, it's a fun basketball game, both ends of the floor. Both teams making big-time plays. Jihad for Arizona State's got 20. He's been terrific on the interior. Mason is good as a point guard for them as well. He's got 12 points, 5 of 9 from the field. It's a good basketball game going on.
Nembhard, Ajayi, Battle, Hickman, and Huff out of the Bulldogs huddle. Quaintance, Miller, Jihad, Freeman, and Mason for the Sun Devils. It'll be Gonzaga basketball. Arizona State showing a little pressure. Now they'll back off as Bulldogs inbound to Nembhard. Brings it up the floor. Across the timeline with a dribble. The screen from Huff, top of the key. Pass back to Brayton in the paint. Catches and scores. Boy, lost the handle, but got him back and scooped it in to give the Bulldogs the lead.
And Nemhard and Huff tonight have probably had 4 or 5 connections on the pick and roll. Fantastic to watch.
Brayton leading scorer for the Bulldogs with 17. Jihad has 20 for Arizona State. Freeman on the drive, little Euro step off the back of the iron and pops in.
Yeah, pretty good defense right there. Squared him up, and he still got in the paint. You mentioned the Euro step off-leg floater.
Hickman into the front court, gives it up to Nemhard. Nemhard gets a screen from Huff out top. Dribbles to the right side, picks it up, looks to Huff. Brayton wasn't expecting the catch, able to make it the play. Kick it over to Ajayi. His 3 from the near corner is no good. And the rebound goes to Arizona State. Tied at 71, under 5 to play here at the Kennel. Mason brings it to the right side of the floor. Short pass out to Miller. Gives it up to Freeman. Freeman will shoot a 3 over Battle. It's off the mark. Ajayi couldn't control the rebound. Took his eyes off it. Ball tipped in the hands of Nemhard. Nemhard calling for a screen from Huff. Gets it. Dribbles to the right side of the floor. Passes back left sideline. Battle fakes the 3. Drives baseline. Reverses. He's hammered to the ground. And I believe that'll go against Freeman. It'll be his first. No, check that. It's going to go against Quaintance. That's number 4.
Excellent skip pass and then a drive against a closeout by Battle right there. Instead of taking the contested 3, puts it on the floor. Gets into the help of the Arizona State defense, who is out of position. Gets a chance to go to the free throw line. Interesting note, Gonzaga in the double bonus right now. 4:25 left in the game.
First for Battle is good.
He's had a good second half. He was 0 for in the first half, correct? He's got 11 points, 5 rebounds. Good response.
Quaintance checks out. Ali is back in, the freshman. Battle goes 2 for 2 at the line. Gonzaga goes back on top, 73-71. Mason walks up the floor, looks over to Bobby Hurley for the play call. Hands it off to Ali, a little weave action. Gives it up to Miller, now to Jihad. Jihad to Mason, back to Jihad, left side. He's got 20 points in the game. Trying to go to work in Ajayi, loses the handle. It's out of bounds. Gonzaga basketball. Maybe 1 or 2 too many dribbles.
Yeah, too much isolation. I know he's had a terrific game, and there's still plenty of basketball left with 4:04 left, but that's way too much dribbling. Like you said, great break for Gonzaga. Let's see if we can expand on this 2-point lead.
Nemhard brings it up the floor. Mason to the backcourt with him. Lions across half court. Plenty of time to spare. Gets a screen from Huff. Another one from Brayton. Drives to the left hand, kicks back out to Battle, sets his feet, shoots the 3, halfway down, pops out, offensive rebound goes to Huff, kick out to Nemhard. Zags will reset. Here's a pass down low, Ajayi off the glass and in. Beautiful look.
Excellent pass by Nemhard. He looks off the defense and goes diagonal to the lower block from the opposite side. Uses his eyes to disorganize the defense. Great play.
Getting loud in the Kennel. Mason. To the right side, Bulldogs in 75-71, 3:20 to play. Out to Miller, 30 feet, left side. Top the key, Jihad, back to the basket, hands it off to Mason. Mason dribbling to his right. Now defended by Ajayi, gets into the paint, scoops it off the glass.
Left right there, pretty good stutter stepping in and out by Mason. A fun game, Huddy.
Yes, it is. Bulldogs lead by 2 as we approach 3 minutes to play. Nemhard directs traffic out top. Huff comes out to set a screen. Nemhard dribbles to his right. Now back to his left. Passes in the corner. A 3 is on the way for Battle, and it's good.
Bank that.
He banked that in. That's what I thought. Go to.
Wow. Dead corner bank shot. Holy smokes.
78-73. Bulldogs Battle having a huge second half. There's Miller at the 3-point line left side. Hickman hounds him. Miller into the paint. Pulls up, little 8-footer. No good. Battle rebounds. All 15 of his points have come since halftime. Battle brings it up the floor himself, gives it up to Nemhard. Zags lead by 5. Their biggest lead has been 8. Arizona State's biggest lead has been 6. Nemhard, high post, bounces in the paint. Beautiful look for Ajayi. Shot wouldn't go down. And the official, I think, is going to call a technical foul on Ajayi.
It's the right call.
So we'll
I
explain
don't like
it.
it.
Yep, when we come back. Ajayi went up for the dunk. I think probably the bigger question if you're a Zag fan was there was no foul call, and maybe Ajayi was expecting that. He went up for the dunk, but once you miss the shot, you can't touch the ball. And that's going to be a technical foul against the Bulldogs. We'll sort it out. We come back. 2:09 to play. Bulldogs by 5. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Progressive presents Renters MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Whether you root for the Zags or the Cougs, now's your chance to play for your favorite team. It's the Winning Colors Challenge at Northern Quest. Simply pick up your special Gonzaga or WSU Camas Rewards card now through November 30th and play as usual. Whichever fan base earns the most Camas points wins $10,000 for their program. Become a card-carrying Zags or Cougs fan during the Winning Colors Challenge only at Northern Quest.
It's time for Home Team Rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa Rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next-level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
Back at the Kennel, the Bulldogs lead Arizona State 78-73, 2:09 to play. Well, if Ajayi finishes that dunk, Mo, it's a 7-point lead.
Crowd goes crazy.
Yep, and instead, a technical foul called on Ajayi.
It's the right call. That goes up for a dunk, misses it. If you're hanging on the rim and touch the ball in play, it's an automatic technical foul. Referees explained to Coach Few. Coach Few's not even arguing because it's an automatic call. Good call by the officials. You don't see that very often. We probably get one of those every 5 years, maybe.
Mason's free throw on the technical rattles around and drops.
But interesting enough, which I think is a better rule change. It's kind of the NBA. Only one free throw. It's still our basketball.
Yeah.
It's just like a whatever they call technical foul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not a common or whatever.
Yeah.
So fair enough. Fair play.
The Zags will inbound on the baseline, leading by 4 now after Mason made the technical free throw. Here's a ball lobbed in, and Huff is going to chase it down in the backcourt. A little miscommunication from Nembhard and Huff, and then almost turned it over. Battle is dribbling inside a half court, and I don't know if there's a clock situation maybe. And a Burton whistle is what the official said.
Thinking about the clock, but it's been an interesting night from the scores table point of view. First team.
2:03 to play, 14 seconds to shoot. Zags will inbound on the far sideline. Battle bounces it into Nembhard just inside a half court. Ryan refuses screen, drives, kicks to Jai. Extra pass out top. Huff driving, puts his shoulder down to left hand, spins to the baseline, off the front of the rim, rolls over and in. 19 points for Huff, a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Finish right there. Multiple fakes, and then, like you said, barely gets it up and over the rim, but soft touch.
Left side of the floor, Mason has it. Gets a screen from Quaintance. Passes back right side to Miller. He'll fire a 3. The lefty misses. Battle up high to grab the rebound. A whistle on a foul. It's going to go against Hickman. Coach Few is not pleased with that call.
It's a tough call right there, but lucky enough, not in the bonus. It's just baseline under. $1:30 left in the basketball game.
Did not see that, Mo.
I think he was fighting Jihad, who's been terrific on the glass. He was face boxing him out. So I might agree with the call, to be honest with you. A lot of physicality underneath.
Arizona State inbounds to Jihad. 3-point line, gives it up to Miller. Pass back right side. Mason fakes the 3. Now lobs it to Jihad. Double team comes, stripped away. Huff chases down the loose ball. Nemhard will bring it up the floor. 1:14 to play. Bulldogs by 6. Mason comes up to pressure. Nemhard content running the clock a little bit here. Dribbles behind his back. Little hesitation, spins into the paint, bounce out to Huff. Fakes the three. Braden drives. A little one-hander. Rims out from about 8. And Arizona State heads the other way. Under a minute to play. Mason in front of Bobby Hurley on the Sun Devils bench. Drives with the right hand, gets all the way to the rim and scores. Well, I think sometimes in that situation, defensively, you're thinking 3-3-3, right? And then Mason just gets right around you.
100%. You got to stay in front. Obviously, you don't want to give up a 3, but you also don't want to give up the quick layup.
So 45 seconds left. They cut the lead to 4. Still a lot of basketball to play here. 30-second timeout called by Bobby Hurley. Well, it's Zags fans versus Cougs fans and Northern Quest's Winning Colors Challenge. Get your Gonzaga Campus Rewards card and play for the Zags. The fan base with the most points wins $10,000 for their program. Details at northernquest.com. The Huff 19 leads Gonzaga. Battle has 15. All of those have come since halftime. Nemhard has 11 points to go along with 10 assists, a double-double for Ryan. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, he's been really good. We talked about it in his game, the first game of the season against Baylor. He had 11 assists, only 6 points, but how effective he was as a floor game general. Similar tonight, obviously had a few more points, but just get guys in the right situations. Arizona State's really struggling defensively in the pick and roll between him and Huff. Hard to guard because you can't go under. He's a capable shooter. Then if you can turn the corner and you get the semi-switch, he can thread the needle, and Huff's so good from catching it from 8 feet. Doesn't have to be a wide open dunk. It could be a short roll situation, 12 to 8 feet. He can get one high and soft off the glass. Press break situation right here for Gonzaga.
Hickman with a baseline to run. Able to get it in the far corner. Nemhard pass back for Hickman is tipped out of bounds.
So hard to do this sometimes when you don't get pressed and you get these tight angles.
Hickman will try again. This time he can't run the baseline. Pass it into Nemhard. Ryan up the near sideline. Dribbles behind his back. Shakes three on Mason. Throws the alley-oop, and it's up! Creighton has 21. The Bulldogs lead is back to 6.
Great job again by Nemhard.
3 the other way, no good. Ball is fought for and won by Ajayi. He gets it away to Nemhard, who is fouled. 27.6 seconds. The Bulldogs will head the other way for 2 free throws. It'll be Nemhard, but not before Bobby Hurley calls a timeout. 27.6 seconds left. Huff and Ajayi are laughing. That alley-oop pass was thrown. Ajayi was there. And Braden kind of jumped over him. They both were there. I think either one of them could have gotten it, though, but
take your pick.
Boy, heck of a game for Braden Huff.
Yeah,
21.
Yep, 21 off the bench. It's been absolutely fantastic. 9 of 13 from the field. We're going to talk a lot about him in the post game, but just such an efficient player, smart kid. Soft touch. Every time it hits the rim, it most of the time goes in. Great hands. Decent athlete. You know, you always get he can't jump. He can jump enough. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Moves his feet well. Great game for him.
And Mo, how about Ryan Nemhard at this point of the season?
Yeah.
22 assists, 2 turnovers.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's all you want out of a point guard. And we said it at the start. This is kind of probably a better role for him to be a floor general type. Now, doesn't mean he can't score. He has that ability, but controlling the pace, finding guys in the right positions, getting the right players in position to score the basketball. It's an art.
First free throw is good for Nemhard. Give him 12 points to go on with his 11 assists. Ryan makes them both. This ties Gonzaga's biggest lead of the game that came late in the first half. There's a drive and a finish for Mason with 20 seconds left in the game. The timeout is called by Arizona State. It is the last timeout of the game for the Sun Devils and will be a full timeout. We'll keep it here at the Kennel. At First Interstate, it's about supporting our communities and cheering on our teams. Thank you for letting us be your trusted community bank for more than 50 years. First Interstate Bank, built for you. Member FDIC. And an interesting note from Barry Henderson, our outstanding sports information director. The Zags have won 37 straight, and they've made 7 or more threes. Mo, they made 8 here today, 8 out of 24. It hasn't been quite as impressive as it was against Baylor.
No.
But they found enough. And KB was the guy who really got it going here in the second half.
Yeah, it's been an interesting tale of two halves for him. 15-0 in the first, but just kind of non-existent, taking kind of not bad shots, but just trying to explore too much instead of letting the game come to him, and got some shots to fall, got lucky on one. I mean, that's as deep corner as you can get, and it hit the glass and went in. But again, like I say, there's no pictures on the scorecard, but he's been fantastic, provided some energy defensively as well, added 6 rebounds, played 30 minutes, great recovery. It's hard, when you have a bad first half to not press and try to get everything going at once. Just let the game come to you, make some shots, get a tip ball, get a rebound, get yourself going in that direction. Good things will happen.
3 out of 12 shooting threes in the first half of the Bulldogs. They've hit 5 of 12 here in the second half. Gonzaga.
Oh, nice. They're doing football play.
Yeah, nice. They've got Dusty Stromer in the game. So everybody lines up on the baseline. Nemhard inbounds to battle the near quarter. He's immediately trapped and immediately fouled. Bobby Hurley is furious. That was a quick whistle. And Quaintance is fouled out of the game.
I don't know why he's complaining. I mean, maybe he wanted the trap, but I don't know. I'm trying to figure that one out. Usually I kind of side with the coaches a little bit. Try to at least.
So Quaintance has fouled out of the ball game. They'll have to replace him. The official just
It's the no.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Where is it?
Cue that up.
I'm not sure if anybody.
I know, yeah, this generation
aware,
has no idea, but that's like a stadium classic, right? Right, left, right, sit, left, right.
Battle makes the first free throw.
Another classic, as they used to do at Whitworth games. They'd have 4 students sit directly across the other head coach and wear a suit and then moved exactly all his. Remember that? Bring that one back, too.
Yes,
That's pretty funny.
That was pretty funny. 86-78. Bulldogs on top, 15 seconds to play. Jihad drives on Nemhard. It's all the way to the rim and scores. 8 seconds left. Inbound to battle. Jihad is all over him. And there is a whistle. Foul will go against Jihad, who's had himself a heck of a day here. 22 points, 10 rebounds.
It's been fantastic for them. Didn't have a great start either, if my memory serves. Really turned it on here in the second half. Talented player. You can see why he averaged 18 and 10 at Ball State.
Battle makes the first. Battle's 2 free throws are good. And the Bulldogs again will lead it by 8. Clock winding down. 3 at the buzzer is off the mark. And the Bulldogs pull out a hard-fought win over Arizona State. 88-80 is the final. The Bulldogs have won 38 straight home openers, but not easy. 15 lead changes, 8 ties. Now the Zags move to 2-0 on the season. We've got a quick break. We're back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
At Western National Insurance, we're passionate about the power of nice. That's because nice isn't just a word. It's our way of doing business. It's about surpassing expectations, bringing kindness and decency to our work, and providing a helping hand when you need it most. And we've been putting nice first for more than a century. Find out just how powerful nice can be. Contact your independent insurance agent today and ask for Western National.